Okay, welcome to everyone. Today we are joined by Honorable Ezekiel Gatkuoth, the Minister of Public Service and Human Resources Development, to discuss recent political stance. Honorable Minister, welcome and thanks for your time.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Okay, let me start by asking you this question. What do you mean by and where focus in the national government?
Well, thank you very much. My name is Ezekiel Gatkuoth. I'm the Minister of Public Service and Human Resource Development. I have been also here for some times now as a minister, and I was also a Minister of Petroleum, was also in New York and in Washington, D.C., USA. This country, we liberated it, all of us. All the leaders who are here, South Sudanese, those who participate in the struggle, they liberated this country, and that is why we have an independent Republic of South Sudan. So now, we are part of the government. We are part of the government, all of our 64 tribes, we are here. Now, as a member of the Nuer community, when there is a report being said that Nuer are being targeted or killed, and I'm part of this government, it is my responsibility to dismiss those false allegations that the Nuer are being targeted. There is no policy that has been decided by the government that Nuer should be killed. There's nothing like that. And Nuer are not being killed by the government.
Okay, but are you in the government because you are a Nuer or because you are a SPLM member?
I'm in the government because I'm a member of the SPLM, I'm a South Sudanese, I'm a Nuer. I have a place where I come from.
Okay, but you have been appointed as a Nuer or as a SPLM?
I have been appointed as a minister of the government of the Republic of South Sudan
from
with the
SPLM,
ticket of the SPLM.
Of the SPLM, not,
yes.
not Nuer.
No, I'm not actually appointed as a Nuer. I'm being appointed because, number one, I'm a South Sudanese. Number two, I'm a member of SPLM.
Okay, but what if you come up to the media as a minister and to dismiss those allegations that saying that the Nuer was being targeting by the government instead of coming up as a Nuer?
Well, definitely it is my constituency that is being alleged that it has been targeted. As a member of that community, if these false allegations are actually being leveled against our community and they are not true, the leaders of that community will say that is nothing like that. Because eventually, for example, President Ruto, if there is an allegation that the Kikuyus are being targeted, his deputy Kindiki, who is actually from Mount Kenya, will come out and say, no, there is nothing like that. So if there is an allegation that Nuer are being targeted, it is our responsibility from that community to say, no, there is nothing like that. It is a lie, it is a false allegation. If there is something like that, why are we in the government? If our community is being targeted and they are being killed, then one should resign. Because you cannot be a party to a government that is killing your own community. Just like, for example, President Salva Kiir Mayardit now. If his community is being targeted by the government that he's a president of, he will say, no, I will not accept to lead a government that is targeting my community.
Okay, okay, but the same community that you talk about, thousands of them were displaced. They are living in some areas, not their homeland. How can you explain that? What is the reason?
Well, the war...
1,000 in Ethiopia, 1,000 in Sudan, 1,000 they displaced to other states.
Of course, there was a war.
1,000 also are still living in the POC.
Yes, there was a war in
not
2013. There was a war in 2013. There was also a war in 2016. And that is the reason why we had an agreement in 2018. And that agreement is being implemented. That war or wars displaced some of our communities, not only the Nuer community.
Okay, I'm not talking about what happened after 2013. I'm talking in the last 7 months.
Well, there was a
Some
war.
areas was being bombed by the SSPDF, and that's why they displaced.
Oh, okay. You are talking about the recent one.
Yes.
And of course, there was a war in Nasser. The White Army, those who actually declared war on the government in Nasser, they killed the commander there, they killed the soldiers, and they declared war on the government. They are not Nuer. These are rebels or criminals who decided to fight the government. Anybody, even there are Dinka rebels also. There are Shuluk rebels. There are Bari rebels. You cannot actually just say the Bari, they have rebelled because Thomas Cirillo is a rebel. No. It is a rebellion by certain individuals within that community. Don't brand the community that this community has rebelled. And that branding is what I don't like. Any rebel, whether you are a Nuer, you are a Dinka, you are a Bari, you are a Mandari or a Zandi, you are a rebel. You are not a Zandi. And then the government will treat you as a rebel and fight you.
All this is happening, and the government is talking about the election.
Yes.
And that is your county. Will you stand during the election?
Well, if the election is done now in the Republic of South Sudan, in Baragazal, Salva will win by 90%.
No,
in Equatoria, I'm coming. I'm coming. Wait. I'm coming.
Okay, because my next question to you, who's going to vote for you?
I'm coming.
Most of them, they displace their
I'm coming. In Equatoria, Salva will definitely win 80%. In Upper Nile, where the Nuer are the majority, and this is why your question is, myself, I come from a place called Longochuk County. In that Longochuk County, if I stand today, 90% of the people of Longochuk County on the ground, they will vote for me because they are SPLM. And also the same thing with Maywood County. We are called Jikany Nuer. And that Jikany Nuer, it is actually Wolang County, Nasser County, Longochuk County, and Maywood County. These four counties, if we go for election today, the government and the SPLM is in control of those four counties, and we will win the election there. And Salva will win, and myself, I also will win.
Okay. It's okay. You said in your last article that President Kiir has 90% in support in Bahar Ghazal, 80 in Equatoria, and 70 in Upper Nile.
Yes.
Where did this number come from?
You know, when you do statistics, I do political mapping. Many people will actually just basically say, where is the stronghold that is opposing Salva Kiir now in Bahar Ghazal? Very few. Very few. So basically in Lakes, he has the full control. In Warap, he has the full control. Northern Bahar Ghazal, Malong is nowhere. In maybe Western Bahar Ghazal, maybe small groups that are opposing Kiir. Basically, the whole of Bahar Ghazal, they are supporting Kiir. Equatoria, it is only the NAS, National Salvation Front. And these are bandits. These are criminals who are actually robbing here and there. The majority of Eastern Equatoria, majority of Western Equatoria, and Central Equatoria, they are supporting Kiir. So that's why I was a bit modest to say 80%. Otherwise, I would have said more than that. In Upper Nile, where there are some real threats, that's why I was saying 70%. Because if you look statistically, Jonglei, most of the Dinka counties, they are under the SPLM. You go to Low Nuer, it is only two places, Akobo and then Lanken. But the rest of the Low Nuer areas, they are under the SPLM. You go to Fanjak and Ayod, then that's where you will have a strong support of SPLM-IO. Then if you go to Unity State, where Riek Machar is from, they are actually now moving on. Have you ever had any fight supporting Riek Machar in Unity State? No.
Okay, you're talking about the statistics.
Yeah, statistics.
How did you get the result?
This is how I actually came up with the results. Mapping.
Or
Political
is that your
mapping.
personal?
This is my personal mapping. And also it can be qualified by the information that you are getting on the ground. You can actually even do your own political mapping.
Okay. No, okay. Maybe because you did that because you are supporting the president.
I'm just being actually honest and fair. Because if you look at it, even your own assessment, because when you go for election, you do political mapping. In America, I went to school in the US. In the US, when you are contesting for election, you do political mapping, where you are strong, where you are weak, and then maybe in the middle. And then from there, you reach a conclusion based on the states that are actually supporting you, and based on the states that are in between, and based on the states that are actually opposing you. Then you will come with a conclusion that maybe I'll get 60%, 70%.
How come it can be reality?
I went to the ground. I was on the ground in my homeland, and I went there. Even in Juba here, if you can see now, when the May 16th celebration was being done, inside there were almost 12,000 people inside, and outside there are many. You can see the strong support of the SPLM and the strong support toward the President of the Republic. Salva Kiir is still very popular.
Okay, if the president has so much support, why are there still political and security crisis in the country?
Security crisis in the country, if you also assess, even the most advanced countries in USA, there are security crisis and political crisis and financial crisis.
The same like what we have here?
Well, they might not be the same, but you cannot say that there are no security crises in the US. There are also security crises in Uganda here, and even in Ethiopia here. You have heard that the Tigray region, they are fighting. But they did the election 2 days ago. So for us, yes, there are security crises, but it does not actually mean that the president is not popular. The security crises that are actually there, these are individuals who want to be president. And they want to take over.
Minister, in Uganda, any Ugandan can move from Kampala to anywhere without facing any crisis. He can guarantee that he will go and come back.
Yes.
But here in South Sudan, the situation is difficult.
You never drove from here to Uron or Rumbek?
Can you go from here to Akobo?
I can go from here to Ui. I can go from here to Walgak. I cannot go from here to Akobo, yes.
Why?
It is because Akobo is still being controlled by the rebels. Yeah.
Okay. Can you go from here, for example, to Fanjak?
Because of the roads, you can use the river. You can go.
In your article, you said many opposition leaders win their old jobs back. Why do you think so?
You know, people who are actually in the opposition now, you can name them Pagana Amum, Nial Deng Nial, General Malongawan, and so on and so forth. There are some, like for example, Nial Deng Nial, he was the minister in the office of the president. When he was a minister, he did not rebel. And then when he was removed, he declared his movement. Why you did not resign and rebel when you were in the government? Malong, when he was the chief of staff, he did not rebel. When he was removed, he decided to rebel. Same thing with Pagan, same thing with other people. So for me, their historical contribution to the liberation struggle, you cannot deny it. They liberated this country, they fought for this country, they are liberators. But let us not also destroy our country because you have been removed. Myself, I was removed.
And you rebel.
I stay at home.
And you rebel after 2014.
I was not in the government at that time, 2013.
But if you were in the government, you will not rebel. But
I was removed. I stayed home for 6 years here in Juba. I did not rebel.
No, I'm talking about
2013.
I'm talking back.
Yeah, of course. Of course. In 2013, I was arrested. I was not in the government. I was in my hotel room. I was in the house. Then I was accused of making a coup. I cleared myself in court. I was taken to court. I cleared myself in court that I did not do anything wrong. And then when we were released, yes, I went to the opposition. And then that's why we negotiated peace quickly so that we can actually reconcile the country and the country can move forward. When the agreement was signed in 2015, immediately, I did not want this country to go back.
But what if the president appoints you that time after 2014?
I was removed in 2019.
Will you rebel?
I was removed in 2019.
After the court?
After the court, I was suggesting to my colleagues at that time that let us join the opposition. They say no. Then I told them, let us also stay with Salva Kiir. They say no. And then I said, what are we going to be? Neutral. Neutral in a country that is actually facing political crisis. That one I cannot do. For me, politically, I am not a person who can be in between. You support the government and Salva Kiir Mayardit, you must be clear you are supporting the government and Salva Kiir Mayardit. You oppose Salva Kiir Mayardit, then you make it clear that I'm also opposing Salva Kiir Mayardit. You cannot be in between politically. I don't like that.
Okay, but I think you were having two options. Why did you choose to go to opposition rather than to come back to them?
Well, when we were discussing at that time, they called us detained at that time. I was basically, let us go to opposition. Because at that time, I was just released from prison. So I was technically an opposition. Because when you are accused, you are technically an opposition. That's why I joined the opposition.
We'll still continue with our interview with you. We just go for a short break and then we come back. Welcome back again, and we are still in our interview with Honorable Ezekiel Gatkuoth. You said Pagan and Uyai have lost political influence, and Malong has little support in Northern Barghazal. What makes you say that?
You know, in politics, liberation struggle, they are heroes. They fought for this country. There's nobody who can deny this. But in politics, it's about numbers, the people who are supporting you, because we are counting people who will vote for the party and the president. When we went to election in 2010, the SPLM was actually defeated in the kingdom of Cholo, and Pagan was the Secretary General. Now, with the current situation that we are in now in Upper Nile State, where I am from, you cannot actually have a vote for Pagan in the Cholo Kingdom. Zero. Together with Uyai. In Malong, case of Malong, Malong declared rebellion in 2017. He was trying to mobilize his base. By the way, Malong did not get any support. That's why he did not succeed. All of his forces at that time, they were killed. And you are aware of this. And that's why I'm saying a rebel is a rebel. You don't have a tribe when you rebel. The government will deal with you as you are. They were not expelled because they were Dinka or Malala. No. They were dealt with as rebels. So Malong lost the support. Even the election in 2010 against General Dawat Rujong, it was a difficult election. So basically, you cannot actually have Malong now contesting in a will and expect Malong to win. No, he has zero support. Mial, he has been struggling. He declared his movement. Have you ever had anybody declaring support to him? No. Everybody is supporting Kiir and SPLM.
Okay, so you think they are weak?
Politically, yes.
They are weak.
Even militarily, yeah.
Okay.
They have no impact in current politics.
If they are weak, as you assuming, why does the government still talk about them?
We are not talking about them. We are basically trying to tell them, you can come back home.
With arrangement?
You can come back home without arrangement or with arrangement. Because they are part of they are South Sudanese. They are also historical leaders of the SPLM. They can come back home. But take it from me, nobody will actually replace Salva Kiir Mayardit politically through election by them or militarily by them. Zero.
What about you? You cannot replace President Kiir?
Well, I'm a member of his cabinet. How can I replace my leader? He's my leader. I'm supporting him.
Yeah,
I will vote for him.
I know you're supporting him, but we talk about politics.
Yes.
Yeah. So you don't have any influence?
No, I don't have any interest in replacing him. I don't have any interest in challenging him. I'm a member of his cabinet. Even when I was removed last time in 2019, I stayed home for 6 years. And that one did not stop me from supporting him politically. I have been going to my constituency, supporting him, mobilizing the SPLM. By the way, you don't have to be in the government to support the president and the SPLM party. You can be in the government, you will support the president, and you can also be out of the government and still support the president. That is my political approach. But there are leaders who are actually really very angry when they are removed, and they will now start to be against the government. And there are leaders who are also in the government, and they are not also defending the government. They just want to continue to stay in the government, enjoy the privileges of the government, and they are not defending the government. In America or anywhere in the world, here in Uganda, in Kenya, when your leader is attacked politically by the media or by a certain opposition, you respond to defend. Why are we silent?
Okay, like who?
If Salva is attacked politically.
No, you said there are some in the government.
There are many, I don't want to name them, there are many who are actually shy away from defending the government and President Salva Kiir Mayardit. And you know them even.
I don't know.
Well, you know them.
But you know, can you tell?
No, you know them and I know them.
You're supposed to let the people also know.
You actually scan in the media, see who are defending the government and who are not defending the government.
Okay.
And then you reach a conclusion.
Nobody said this before, but you are the first one who to say that there are some in the government and they are not defending the government.
Yeah. For example, now.
Yeah. For example,
if you are now attacked in your own house, and then the media come, the media houses, they come to you and ask you what happened. Will you not say something about what had happened in your house? You will say something, that something had happened, this is what had happened. You cannot say that I will actually wait for the Minister of Information to speak or the SSPD to speak. You will say something like what I said when I said there was nothing that is targeting the Nuer community. That is my obligation and my responsibility as a leader of that Nuer community.
Do you think they will stay in the government?
To me, politically, anybody who is a member of the cabinet of Salva Kiir Mayardit should defend the government and should defend Salva Kiir Mayardit. If you are in the government, this is your government. Whether you speak or you don't speak, if the opposition manage to kick you out, you will all be kicked out. Nobody will be spared that you have been quiet, you are not saying anything about the government, so that we will maintain you as a minister. Nothing is like that.
Have you talked to them?
I talked to everybody.
And they said what?
Well, I talked to them and I told them point blank, we must defend the government, we must come out openly. Defend the government.
During official meeting or?
One-on-one, group meetings, all discussion. And it is natural that when you are a member of the government, you defend that government.
And have you discussed the same issue with the president?
President knows this. I said it even during my swearing in. When I was appointed as a minister, I said, Your Excellency, this is our government. And you might have heard it. That government must be defended by us, whether you are outside or you are inside.
No, I mean, have you discussed this with the president?
Yes, I did.
About your colleagues who are not defending?
No, I don't need to actually discuss individual issues. No, I'm discussing policies and how we can actually defend our government.
Okay. Honorable Minister, you were once one of President Kiir's strongest critics. Today, you are a minister in his government. What changed?
You know, politics is like that. The nature of politics is like that. There is only one thing that is permanent in politics: interest. Politics, if you disagree, you can also disagree and oppose one another. But if you agree, you can also agree to defend your interest. This is the nature of politics, and you know it very well. In Kenya, in Uganda, everywhere in the world, when you have a government that is actually a coalition government, or a government that is actually, even within the SPLM, there are different views, but we are all SPLM, and we work together. Now, as we speak, I'm a member of the cabinet of Salva Kiir Mayardit. My leader is President Salva Kiir Mayardit. I will make sure that I defend President Salva Kiir and his government.
Okay.
The young people should actually look at, number one, country first. Work to make sure that this country is united, is non-tribal, it is prosperous and developed. Young people should not look at themselves. I am from this region, I'm from that region. And by the way, there is nothing called region or tribes. It is me and you, Mathiang. When we are friends, we are supporting one another, we work together. This is our community and our tribe.
Okay, so that's why you said your tribe is Salva Kiir.
Yes, because if, for example, you are a Dinka, is your Dinka paying your TV and the people who are here, the Dinka community? No. It is you and them who came up with this idea together, and then you are supporting one another. This is your interest, and this is what is actually helping you to sustain your life.
But I'm not here with you because I'm a Dinka, I'm a journalist.
Yes, that is very good. It's because you know that you are a journalist, this is your interest. And you are working to make sure that your colleagues here are working together with you. Not because they are from this community or that community. You are working to have your interest achieved. Not because you are from any community. My interest is to work with Salva Kiir Mayardit to deliver services to the people of South Sudan.
Okay. Salva Kiir is your tribe or SPLM is your tribe?
SPLM is my party.
If they ask you to choose,
SPLM is Salva Kiir and Salva Kiir is SPLM.
No,
It's one thing.
No, Salva Kiir is a chairman of the SPLM.
SPLM, yes.
He may tomorrow will not be the chairman of the SPLM.
SPLM will continue.
Jongrang was
Yes.
the chairman of the SPLM, and now Salva Kiir is the chairman of the SPLM.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, maybe you or other one.
Of course,
Salva Kiir is your tribe or the SPLM?
even SPLM will go one day.
Choose one of them.
I will choose Salva Kiir.
Okay. What would the Ezekiel of 2014 say about the Ezekiel of today?
Well, it is actually politics. Issues are not stagnant. They are dynamics. Issues of 2014, they are completely different from the issues of 2026. Politically, the issues that are being discussed now in 2026 are not the ones that are in 2014. So the Ezekiel of 2014 is completely different from the Ezekiel of 2026 because the issues, the current issues are not the same.
Okay, so what will you say?
Well, I will say that I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself because now I'm working for the people of South Sudan. I'm working for Salva Kiir Mayardit. I'm working for SPLM. I'm working to make sure that I deliver services. As a Minister of Public Service and Human Resource Development, we are employing people. We are making sure that we are training them. We are building their capacity so that they can actually be useful citizens of this country tomorrow.
Okay, but in 2014, or let us say 2015, you said that President Kiir killed Nuer
Yes.
in Juba.
South Sudanese from
No.
the ethnic community of Nuer.
Okay. You just mentioned Nuer. You didn't mention any other
If you look
communities.
at my clip, it will be clear that in 2014, 2015, I said South Sudanese, 20,000 South Sudanese from the ethnic Nuer community. Yeah, they lost their lives.
Yeah, I think we are in the same page
Yeah, that's fine.
because you mentioned Nuer community.
Of course, I
Not
said
any
that.
other community.
Of course, I said that.
Okay. Will you still believe that he killed South Sudanese from Nuer community
You know
that time?
what happened in 2016, 2013, 2026? These are different categories. You know, in 2013, 2014, when the war broke out in Yada, the fighting was not authorized by anybody, whether Salva Kiir Mayardit or Dr. Riek Machar at that time. People killed themselves. People killed themselves, and then there are individuals who also took laws into their own hands. And that's why it was investigated, and then a report was issued. So what happened in 2014, there are individuals who are actually mentioned in the report who killed South Sudanese at that time. But it is not the policy of the government. And that is why I'm saying in 2026, the government did not come out with the policy that you kill this community or you kill that community.
Okay. Have you ever apologized for any statement you made against President Kiir in the past?
Why would I apologize? Why would I apologize? My political statements are my political statements, whether it is 2026, 2016, and 2013. These are my political statements. I made them at that time based on the current political situation at that time.
Do you think he believed that you are loyal to him?
Well, you know, loyalty, it is the person who is assessing the loyalty of somebody. But loyalty can also be assessed based on what you do. Politically, even for example, Raila and Ruto, when they actually form a grand coalition government, some people are bringing something to the table. Politics, you don't need to like me, but what am I doing to promote your leadership is more important than being loyal and not contributing anything, or being in the government and you are not contributing anything. Myself, I'm actually working for cabinet for President Salva Kiir Mayardit, and then I'm also bringing something on the table. If you look at my areas in 2013, 2014, and you look at them in 2026 now, you will know what I have done is for the support of President Kiir.
Okay, Honorable Minister, some South Sudanese see your political journey as a reconciliation. Others see it as political survivor. Which is it?
Well, for me, if we don't reconcile as South Sudanese, we will destroy our country. Nobody will come from outside and fix it for us. And that's why we need to also make sure that we reconcile so that we build our country. By the way, South Sudan is more beautiful than any country in the world. We need to reconcile, build it. Nobody will come outside and build it for us. Nobody will come outside and stop the insecurity for us. It is only us who can actually stop this. For me, it is those who are judging. But for me, I'm fighting for reconciliation, unity of the people of South Sudan, prosperous South Sudan so that it is developed. And then I'm actually for this country to be one of the best in the region and in the world.
Okay. Okay. Do you think South Sudan is on the right direction?
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are in the right direction. If you compare what we have been doing for the last 2-3 years, we are actually in the right direction. The oil is flowing, tax is being collected, more buildings are being built in Juba, more roads compared to before. So we are actually in the right direction. You know, Rome was not built in one day,
Okay, right.
but it's slowly,
Right
but
direction
surely.
without giving the public servant their salaries in time.
Well, these are the things that are also, it is actually my docket as a Minister of Public Service and Human Resource Development. Definitely, we will clear the salaries. We are working toward that clearance of the salaries. And the Minister of Finance are working very soon.
Very soon, when
Yeah.
exactly?
I cannot tell you exactly when.
You have a policies.
Because the Minister of Finance is the one to actually source the resources. We are working together as a Minister of Public Service to make sure that the salaries are paid. And the President is also serious about this issue of salaries.
Okay. When exactly?
I don't know when, but they will be paid soon.
You are a minister and you don't know.
Well, you know, when the Minister of Finance is the one to bring the money, I'm not the Minister of Finance. That question will definitely be better for the Minister of Finance to answer it, because they are the one controlling and they are the custodian of the money.
Okay, Honorable Minister, what is the biggest sacrifice you made when you decide to leave the opposition?
Well, there was an agreement signed, and all of us, we have agreed to be in the same government. There was no sacrifice that has been done by me. But all of us, we have agreed to come together in 2015. Agreement was signed in 2016, it was implemented. And then there was a war in J1 in 2016. Then we had another agreement in 2018. That's what we are implementing now. So from that day, since I came in 2016 until now, we are all working toward peace.
If tomorrow President Kir left office, where would Ezekiel stand politically?
Politically, we are SPLM. Politically, I'm a South Sudanese. Politically, I have a constituency. I can run as an MP and I will win. I can run as a governor of Upper Nile State, I can win. And then I can actually also run as a commissioner of my county, and Longichu County. I can also win. So politics is about numbers. If you have people behind you, supporting you, if you want to contest, you can win. And that is your political future, and that is your political investment. The political investment is not about who you are as a person. It is about who you have as people.
Do you believe you will win?
Oh, 100% I will win. 100%. 100%.
If you lose,
If I run for my constituency, I will definitely win. The noise that you are hearing from outside, these are people who in diaspora. They have access to internet. When Ezekiel make a statement, oh, they will attack Ezekiel. But these people, they are not even constituting 1%. They are just less than 1%. These are the people who are attacking President Kiir, who are attacking the government of South Sudan, who are attacking the cabinet of the president. They are just having access in Canada, in Australia, in USA. These are the people who are creating a lot of noise.
okay, what if you lose the election?
Well, it is actually normal. When you are winning, you will win or you will lose. But I don't think I will lose election. And I don't think my president will lose election. Salva Kiir will be elected. If the election is done today, Salva Kiir is winning. If the election is done in December, Salva Kiir is winning. If the election is done in 2027, Salva Kiir is winning. SPLM is winning. We are winning.
And are we going for election?
Or in December, we are going for election. You know, His Excellency, the President of the Republic of South Sudan, is for election. We cannot continue to have transitional government from 2011 until now. President Salva Kiir Mayardit is a liberator. One, he was the first President of the Republic of South Sudan. He was the founding father of this country. He's the father of this country. He has to be elected president of the Republic of South Sudan, because we never had election after independence. So we must have election in December. And Salva will be elected. So that story is complete. Salva Kiir Mayardit, president of the Republic of South Sudan, who was elected for the first time in the Republic of South Sudan.
Okay. Minister, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.